Hey Aquarius, welcome to Growing Energy. I am Energy. I'm here to do your reading for the month of February. If you're watching this in real time or if you're watching this after the month of February, this is for your next month coming up. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Some of the messages may apply, some may not. Take whatever resonates with you, or if not, just let it fly. You don't have to hold on to anything. This is tarot. Things always change, so don't lock yourself in with anything that you hear here today. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over your finances and wealth, career and business, your social life, love and partnerships, overall advice, spirit advice, and what's going on within your home and family for the month. So let's start off with your finances and wealth. So when I was pulling the cards out for this, I was like, okay, Aquarius is definitely working on something. Now, let me just start off by saying this. There are a lot of planets moving into your sign this month. First of all, Pluto being one of them. So y'all are in for a hell of a ride. I'm not like trying to fearmonger because Pluto is probably, I think, at like 0 degrees, and it's going to take a while for it to move. It's a slow moving planet. So if your natal Pluto or something like that is in the higher degrees, then I don't think it's going to, or if you have planets or other like planets within Aquarius, even though Aquarius is your sign, depending on the degree it is, if it's a earlier degree, you're going to feel it soon. If it's a later degree, you'll feel it later on. But all in all, everyone is going to be feeling this energy. Especially you, because all these planets are in your sign. And this is like the first push of a lot of planets being in your sign. And for the next like 59 days or something like that, no planets are retrograde. Everything is moving forward, and a majority of things are moving forward in your sign. So y'all are in for a hell of a ride. And I did kind of see that with your cards coming up, because I see a lot of like you uprooting yourself, or just a lot of movement that's happening. So let's get back to it. The finances card, we saw Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. We have Mountain Road. You are on the road to success. And then we also have September here. So something that you are starting now is going to reach its full fruition in September. I'm not saying you won't find finances from it before then. I'm just saying it's almost like it's going to reach a huge peak within September, but you're setting it in motion now. So you started something, maybe you're starting it this month and you're putting work into it. And it's almost like setting up a YouTube page. If you have a YouTube page and, let's say you're not that amazing at the graphics and the editing and stuff like that. A lot of the editing and the graphics and stuff catch people's attention, and those channels kind of grow. Not saying you don't have the talent, right? But because I know I'm growing a YouTube page right now, so I understand what that feels like. But when you are working at something, like say you started a YouTube page, this is just an example. You don't have to be doing this. And it's taking you a while to get your followers, but slowly but surely you're getting them, right? They're gonna, like, maybe one day you'll gain 1 follower, and the next day maybe you'll gain 10, and then the next day 20 or 30. And I don't know why I'm using the analogy of YouTube, but if you do have a YouTube channel and you're kind of down at the fact that, you started this month or something and you only have like 20 followers, I've heard this quote before, this saying, like, if you say it's not a lot of people, put those 20 people in one room, and then, it'll put it into perspective. Don't pay attention to what everyone else has. You're growing. I feel like this is a month of growth for you, especially with so many planets in your sign. So whatever you're working on financially is moving along slowly but surely. You're getting ahead, and you're going to reach success. You're on the road to success, and a lot of things are going to happen for you in a positive way in the month of September. And then we also have King of Coins clarifying it. So it's some things are starting this month, but overall the bag is looking good this month, Aquarius. The bag is looking good. King of Coins. And I mean, look how good this man looks in this picture. The outfit is on point. He's got the wine in his hand, or this drink or whatever this is. I don't know why you'd have a wine in a highball glass, but that's okay. Go off, King. The watch looks good. The glasses look good. He's got a fresh haircut, like just looking overall amazing. I feel like your finances are looking really good this month. And then you're also starting something new that's it's slowly but surely going to be catching on, but it's going to be making its way towards that peak of success. And look for something to be happening in September. So I don't know if you already know or expecting something to happen in September. Maybe you're graduating from training or doing something in September or switching a job in September or whatever. But regardless of whatever, don't worry about your finances this month. They're looking good. So let's move on to career and business. So, okay, I came out with freedom and signs. So let me read these for you. Signs, you're putting together pieces of a puzzle, and signs, you are getting. Pay attention to the coincidences you experience. You need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal. Time off will help you get clear. If you have any kind of Capricorn in your chart, I think Capricorn also got this freedom card, talking to them about like leaving a job or basically freeing themselves from a certain situation career-wise. And if this is you with your own business or something, these signs that you're looking for, it's almost like, you know, when you put out any kind of, like you put something out on the internet or basically on the internet, or you go to sell something, you see what sells the most. So this is what you're doing. It's like you're paying attention to, okay, I say you do art online. Well, these paintings get a lot of likes, but these particular paintings don't. So I know that my fan base likes these particular things. And freeing yourself is basically, in my opinion, like, okay, well, I'm not going to hold on to something that I know isn't working, especially if you're self-employed. Let go of the thing that's not doing anything for you, or you just kind of been holding on to because maybe you started your business, you had 3 products that you were selling, and so it's nostalgic. You're kind of holding on to it, but this, like, one of these products is kind of draining your pockets, or it's not doing as well, and it's a hassle for you to make. So it's okay if you let it go. It will be better because you can focus on the other 2 things. But you're just worried about, well, I kind of started the business with this. It's like, don't hold on to anything. Have the freedom of being able to let it go. And also, when you're making decisions based off of your business and within your career, if you work for someone else and you see feathers, that's Spirit's way of talking to you. Let's also look, we have the Hangman. So like I said before, the Hangman in this card, it's like the Hangman is weird because he's actually upright in the card. It's not depicting him as being upside down, but we know the Hangman is like, this person is waiting, or this person is in a position like a halt or stand still, like, and I feel like putting yourself in a position of like trying to gain some form of like understanding of a situation. If I can find the Hangman card in this deck. I should have taken it out before. Here we go. Look at that. Okay, so with the Hangman card in this deck, because this is the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, right? He's not tied up by someone else. He tied himself up. And with the red pants, this stands for action. So if you look at it, he's tying up the action, like he's choosing not to move forward or not to do something. With the Hangman coming out here, it's like you choosing not to do something. You're trying to gain like your awareness or understanding, or like the Hangman puts themselves in this position because they need to get a better understanding. So it's like trying to get a better understanding of these signs that you're seeing. Are you at a job where you're not being appreciated? It's okay if you are ready to free yourself from that job. You're going to be feeling a lot of shifts happening for yourself with all these planets in your sign this month. And it's okay. Some things are meant to come to an end. Some things are meant for you to gain perspective on it and then free yourself from whatever that situation is. So don't worry about what's to come. What's to come is better than what's left. Your finances are good regardless either way. But I think within your career, what you're doing, especially this month, is you're looking at where you are, where you want to be, and finding ways to trim the fat and kind of streamline that process to get to where you need to be. Trust your thought process, trust your vision, and know that your higher self is leading you down the right path. And especially with so much planets in your sign, it's like you're connecting to yourself like never before. So just look out for that within your career. And then the last thing we have here for your career is I usually pull this card to discuss like, what is your superpower for this month? What is the thing that is going to set you apart from everyone else? What's the thing that's going to help you, Aquarius, within this month February, or whatever this month is for you when you're watching this moving forward. And we had infinite abundance, especially with this King of Coins for your career, work life. The thing that's going to help you stand apart from everyone else, the thing that it's good luck for you, is the abundance that you have coming in. And it's not just within your finances. I almost feel like this month you're going to be eating better, taking care of your body more. It's like you're going to feel the need to shift a couple of things in your life with all this energy in your sign. And with all these butterflies around, I just see transformation, transformation, transformation. So all these other signs won't know what it's like to have these signs in all these planets within their sign, especially Pluto. Pluto is a sign that only moves like what, every 20 something years. There's some people who are going to live their whole life and not even experience a Pluto transit. And you are one of those lucky people that get to experience that. So now it's just about seeing where this energy is going to take you. And I'm seeing nothing but good stuff so far. So just look towards that for your career coming up. And this is the good luck that you have for that. So let's actually go into home life, because when you're looking at your birth chart in astrology, across from the 10th house, which is your career house, is your 4th house, the house of home. So let's go into what I'm seeing for your home and family. And I did pull the 8 of Cups. Now, we can look at this in a literal sense as you're moving, you're walking away from something, letting something go. If you are working from home and you do make products, it's like you're archiving some of your products, right? Clearing out space, because I'm seeing like the cup is there, almost looks like a cup is missing right here. Like there could be another cup right here. You're clearing out space and making space for something else. But I feel like this is also you moving towards something that you feel is more satisfying for you. So this could be making home renovations. This could be you changing up a home-based business. This could be you letting go of furniture. And I feel like with the cups here, with tapping into your emotions, this did start off as some things that you love. So maybe you bought a new couch and you bought a couch a while ago, you love that couch, but now you're leaving the couch behind. This could be you having a garage sale this month and letting go of some things. I just think with all the energy switching up for you this month, you're like needing to, not saying that's what you need to do. I feel like you're feeling it within you to trim the fat on certain things, like get rid of certain things, leave certain things behind, and go on to the unknown. And it's only going to work out best for you. It's almost like you're tapping into a part of yourself that has so much knowledge, and it's heightened more. It's a really heightened, like you are already a spiritual sign, Aquarius, but now it's like you're spiritual on 10. And you're really connecting with yourself. So now you're able to walk away from things because you understand what's needed and what's not needed. And you are going to feel more confident with your decisions that you make because you know you're making the right ones. So let's move on to your social life. So for your social life, we have the 5 of Swords and we have the 4 of Swords. I feel like this is not much of you going out and about amongst people. I feel like this is you staying away from people that you feel as though take from you. And I'm not saying that you're going out and someone's going to try to do anything to you to hurt you in any shape or form. But what this could look like to me is, let's say you're going through a spiritual awakening. For those of you that have been through spiritual awakenings, like real ones, where you have you go through plenty of dark nights of the soul in your lifetime, right? But I think your first one, the first one kind of hits you. And then as you grow spiritually, you kind of are able to handle the next ones that come about. But that first one, when you don't know what's going on, it looks like depression, right? And let's say you're going through that and trying to get your life together, because you do have a lot of planets in your sign and it's going to change your life. It's going to be kind of bringing things up that you need to deal with. It's just going to kind of be it's like you're planting stuff. And when you go through with a plow and that thing that farmers use where it digs up the dirt, like you're digging up the dirt right now to make room to put these seeds in, to start a new life in. Let's say you're doing all those things, trying to figure your life out, and there's people coming around demanding your time or bothering you with something, and it's like, I don't have time for this. You want to stay inside, you want to rest, you're paying attention to your dreams, you're paying attention to your thoughts and you're trying to figure your life out. You're trying to make the right moves. You feel more motivated now than ever to do certain things. And then you can see with the Four of Swords, like everyone is outside doing all this stuff and this person is inside gaining wisdom, trying to gain clarity on something. Don't let anybody this month tell you what you should be doing, or don't let anybody like make you feel any kind of way about needing to take some time for yourself. There's going to be a lot of energy flowing through your sign this month, especially starting this month, and you need to give yourself the time to adjust to this new energy that is showing itself to you in your life. So don't be led by anyone else. Don't let anyone else dictate your time. Don't let anyone else, because after they're done getting what they want from you, right, they're satisfied and it's like you feel left drained. And then you're also at home having to deal with these changes on your own. So just make sure you're being mindful of your time and who you're spending it with, and make sure the people you're spending it with don't cause you to feel more drained. You know, they kind of give you life. They revitalize you instead of like draining the energy or life force that you have within you. All right, so let's move on to love and partnerships. We have demonstrate love, find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Do something for someone. That's heavy on if you are in a relationship right now, there is a need for either you to show up more for the person you love or that person to show up more for you. So we have do something for someone you love and demonstrate love. I mean, these are two cards talking about showing affection, showing love. Maybe you're not the type of person that, you know, really goes above and beyond for people you're in a relationship with. But now that you have all these planets in your sign, and now that you're like tilling that garden or like, you know, digging up those roots and stuff like that, changing things around, you're building a new version of yourself. Maybe you start implementing that. Maybe you start doing things differently for yourself. But if you are in a dynamic yourself and you feel as though this person isn't really showing you how they feel, is this the right thing for you? Maybe this is a time in your life where you're saying to yourself, I need to walk away from the things that aren't working for me, because what's going to help you in this next season of your life is leaning into the things that you know make you feel abundant. Are you fighting to keep something around you that's not working? If so, you're doing yourself a disservice. Have I was going to be vulgar and take the balls, but I don't want to make it seem that aggressive. Have the confidence to walk away from what's no longer serving you. And regardless of if this is you that needs to show love or the other person that needs to show love, this needs to be done. You can't function in a loving relationship without doing the things to show that person that you care. For my singles out there, if you are looking to join forces with other people. And I mean, I don't know if with this month, your focus is going to be really that much on love, because I feel like you're going to be changing a lot of things in your life. But hey, love can come in at any time. Whatever comes in, if you are like deciding between different people or who is best for me, make sure you're paying attention to how these people, without money, right? We're not talking about buying gifts. How is this person showing you that they care? Let's say you're stressed because you always have to, I don't know, you have to meal prep because you're on a weight loss journey, and, you know, you have to do that on top of showing up at work an hour early or whatever. Your schedule's busy. And let's say this person comes in, they just decide, hey, I'll pack up your meal for you this week, or I'll meal prep for you, or just something like that to kind of make time easier for you, make things easier for you. I feel like you should focus on that person if you're single, you know, deciding who to choose, versus the person who's like, oh, okay, well, let me know when you get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying you're not expecting anyone to show up for you, but when people do show up for you without needing to, we appreciate those people that are actually putting an effort to lighten your load, you know? So look for that. Or if you're in an existing relationship, this could be you guys showing up for each other and needing just to remind each other why you chose each other, why you're in love with each other. A kind touch, kind words. If you know your spouse's love language, it's using that so they feel loved. Like, because maybe they like gifts, or maybe they like words of affirmation, and you like quality time, spending quality time, and you are there with them, but they don't really need that all the time. And, you know, so you learn how to speak up and speak lovingly to them, or spend quality time if their thing is quality time, or or if it's words of affirmation. Like I said, you learn how to say, they're learning how to speak to you, you're learning how to speak to them more lovingly, and that could definitely help the relationship this month. We also have vibration and mirroring. So if you are in I don't want to say like a twin flame relationship, there is a need for both of you. This is like the both of you need to learn how to demonstrate your love more. I don't care what happened in the past. I don't care if you weren't really the type of person that showed love in the past, and whatever the excuse is. This is a new version of you. Anytime in your life, you can change who you used to be and start adapting the new ways for your life. And you don't need to, focus on, well, I never did that before. Learn how to do it. And especially if we're talking about like a very high soulmate, or you can say twin flame. I don't really believe in the whole twin flame thing. Especially the negative aspects where you go through shit with a person, or let them treat you like shit because you have some kind of spiritual connection or whatever. When you are an anxious attachment style, you always have a spiritual connection. You're always thinking about somebody because you're attachment style. So is it really that it's a twin flame, or are you just unhealed from all the emotional shit that happened to you as a kid? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you letting someone treat you bad, but I feel like it's like the both of you needing to step up. And with this vibration card, the vibration card did come out in reverse. And what I feel like what can make this positive, upright, is the both of you being on the same vibration. Like in relationships, sometimes we can mirror negative stuff, or we can mirror the positive stuff. If only one person is doing nice stuff and the other person isn't, then it does take a strain on a relationship. So when the both of you are on the same level, it's like this kind of raises the vibration of the relationship and helps the mirroring to be positive. So look for that within your love life for this month. So let's go on to your spirit messages that you have from your spirit guides. We have: sometimes walking away is the only option, not because you want to make someone miss you or realize they took you for granted, but because you finally respect yourself enough to know you deserve better. All right. So whether it be for your job, for something at the home, walking away from a house where you don't like living there anymore, walking away from a particular way of making money, from a career, from a friend group, from a relationship. If this person refuses to show up and do nice things for you, or you're always doing nice things for them and they don't show up for you, what your spiritual team is saying, for those of you that are contemplating walking away from a relationship, it's okay to do so, because what you need to make sure is that you're not being taken for granted and you're showing yourself self-respect. With all of these planets in your sign, all this energy that's changing in your sign, now is the time for you to cultivate the next several years of your life. I don't care what you allowed before. Moving forward, you can say, I used to allow that. I don't allow that anymore. If anyone comes into your life, or if you're in an existing relationship or anything, any kind of dynamic where you feel like you're not being appreciated, it's okay for you to walk away from those things. Your spiritual team will always have your back. And then we have: make time to play, have fun, and be free. Through this time and everything that's changing within your life, you're going to be going through a lot of ups and downs. And when you're being serious and, you're being in your solitary mood, or whatever the case is, Aquarius, make sure you're leaving time to play, because, it's like when you're constantly worried about something, you don't get the answer when you're always worried about it. Sometimes you need to step away from the situation and find inspiration in other places. Let's see what your overall advice is. We have confidence or despondency. And then we also have confidence. Look at that. So you have two cards with confidence in it. Your spiritual team is basically saying you need to have confidence this month in every single thing you do, whether it be in love. Have confidence with you sharing love, asserting your boundaries with people outside the home, asserting your boundaries with people in the home, asserting your boundaries at work, within your finances. Let me read these. If you are able to embrace confidence, stand tall with a sense of inner strength as you step into the unknown. The opposite feeling is one of ongoing gloom and low motivation that stems from a self-critical gaze. Cultivate your trust in yourself as you explore new paths. What a time to get this card, because you are changing a lot of things in your life this month and moving on for the next several years, Aquarius. We have your persistence and patience will be rewarded. There is no need to rush. Work with like-minded people to achieve your goals more efficiently. And then we also had this, you're on the road to success, slowly but surely getting ahead. So this persistence and patience within all areas of your life is going to help you get ahead. This isn't a race, you know. There's nobody else that you need to compete with. Have confidence in the decision that you make. Move forward. Think about your next steps, you know. Don't just make like spur of the moment decisions, and trust that your higher self is connecting with you, especially during this time, so that you can see success. My dear Aquariuses, I wish you nothing but the best of success for this month and moving forward. You're going to be a badass after these transits this next month and moving forward. And I hope you like this reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.